Good evening and salutations, my YNR fans. So, Victor and Nikki. Now, Victor's getting off the phone with a contact that's that they're looking more into Ashlyn's past or whatever shady activities that he's doing or he's been up to. And Nikki comes in the room, and Victor's sitting there just pretty much telling her that he's still looking into her past. Looking into his past because something just up. Something is just it just feels wrong. And Nikki asked the question of why are you stirring up trouble with them? And I'm just like, I don't understand. You want your daughter to be married to a liar? Well, obviously you do, since you since you allowed that to happen when he was lying to her before the wedding and everything like that. And so for her to sit there and say, well, why are you stirring up trouble, especially on a day like Valentine's? Does it matter if it's Valentine's Day or not? This man, listen, I haven't watched the show that long, and by the time I started watching this show, Ashlyn was already with Victoria. So I didn't really know like their dynamic, their chemistry, or anything like that. But I knew that this guy was lying. I knew that Nick was not there looking into his past, and I knew that Victoria was not there being extremely nasty to him just for looking out for her. He wouldn't have just, he wouldn't have just done that just for no reason. Um, and so Nikki knew that there was something that was just off about him. She knew about some of the stuff that was going on. The fact that he was lying to her. And with that being said, they still allowed all that stuff to happen. And it turns out he's still keeping secrets. There's still stuff about him that, Victor's just like, I don't trust. And instead of you sitting there really backing your husband on it, you're sitting there questioning him like, well, why are you sitting there stirring up trouble for them? Like, are you kidding me? I actually just stood there and I was, hmm. So, anyway, um, he decides to, what did he do? He got some horse for her or something like that, and he decides to take her out for lunch. And well, fate should have it that Victoria and Ashlyn also want to go into that same place. And of course, this is after they finish exchanging gifts and stuff like that. So, Nikki and Victor are already there, and they see Ashlyn and Victoria. And, Victor's like, hey, listen, since we're here and you're here, and why don't we just all just, kind of just hang out and, just celebrate together? And you can just see the look on Nikki's face, like, I kind of thought it was going to be, okay, all right, cool. I guess, yeah, why not? So during this whole toast and dinner or brunch or whatever the hell that they're doing, um, there was a couple of things that Victor said, to Ashlyn as far as like the way the ring or whatever that Victoria got him. Um, and what did he say? Let me read what he said. Yeah, so Victor made this offhand remark about, oh, you two seem like you're in love or whatever. And I'm not gonna lie, the look on Victoria's face was like, I'm sorry, what? Like, what did you say? We seem like we're in love? Um, and you can just tell the whole time, Ashton just has his guard up. He's just there looking at Victor, like, all right, so this is really just another one of your interrogation sessions. Let's be honest. When he brung him over, I think yesterday or the day before, I'm losing track of days and times, but when he brung him over, asking the questions turned into an interrogation. And this is just another one of his interrogations. So after everything is, all done and they leave, Ashlyn was like, he was bothered by the way that, some of the stuff that Victor was saying. He was not there just telling Victoria that. Now, with that being said, he did tell Victoria that apparently they were looking for different treatments and stuff like that. But he was like, I already knew about this clinic. I know he was not there pretending, like, oh, wow, it's a new place or whatever, but he was like, I already knew about this. And she was like, well, why would you sit there and pretend? Why would you sit there and pretend, to not know about this clinic? And of course, his reasons was, oh, I want to protect you and the company, and at this point, Victoria's like, oh, cool, because I thought we were in Tuscany. You said you were going to lie to me again. And, well, you're lying to me. You lied to me once again. Like, really? So at this point, she's pissed off. Um, but ultimately, she does it and forgive him. Because he makes his heartfelt speech about how he's alive because of her, and she gave him the will to live and all this other stuff. And listen, I don't condone lying. I don't think anyone condones lying. That doesn't mean that they don't lie for whatever various reasons. I cannot believe I'm actually sitting there saying this to try to defend him, but well, that wasn't exactly the worst lie that he's told. The thing is, I'm sure that whatever Victor's gonna find is even bigger than just simply him, paying to, skip the line, whatever to get the treatment done faster and stuff like that. Like, even though it was probably like dodgy tax schemes or whatever, I'm pretty sure it's a lot more than just simply that. Um, because let's be honest, it really has to be. If he did all this just because, oh, it's a little tax fraud or whatever, and, he got better, then it's like, all right, I mean, yeah, it's illegal, but I mean, on a list of nefarious things, I don't really think it's really bad. So, I mean, like it's illegal, but it's like it's not really hurting anyone. So, I have to sit there and believe that. I really do have to sit there and believe that. That is going to be a lot bigger than what they're making out to be. So, at some point, Devon Davon, I think that's his name, Davon. Davon winds up meeting up with, and I didn't know that Lily was a sister. So Davon meets up with Lily and Billy, and Billy goes over, what he wants to then do as far as their joint venture goes, and it's pretty much just more of a podcast that, like a wellness podcast, sit there and try to, better people mentally and physically and stuff like that, and just kind of all the stuff that he was there doing yesterday when he was like monologuing and stuff like that, which I hope is going to be a lot more than monologuing. But the point is sit there and do a podcast to quote unquote better oneself, which is actually a good thing. I mean, they said you were going to do like music and stuff like that as well, but just more of a like kind of mental health thing, so be kind of interesting. And Davon was with it. Now I'm not gonna lie, when Davon came downstairs and Amanda was there, and Amanda like kind of like gave him a gift or whatever. I'm not gonna lie, I did not remember her name at all. I don't know if she had a different hairstyle or something, but I didn't remember her name. Anyway, after he got back, um, he came back with some Valentine's gifts and stuff like that, and she had some stuff, so they celebrated Valentine's Day, which is on Monday. Now, before I finish this review, I saw previews tours next week, and Victoria really does not like Adam. Like, she really does not like um her brother at all, and I don't know why. I don't know the beef between them or anything like that. But she was already like, "Yo, listen, instead of waiting for him to screw up, let's find a way to make him screw up." I'm like, "Oh, damn, okay." Anyway, Adam and Sally was having a meeting, and at first, there was some Valentine's Day stuff, and they were kind of accusing each other of like who did it, whatever. But none of them did it. So, Sally just want to know like what her position was, like why. I don't know if this was like a ego boost or a self confidence thing or whatever, or maybe she just really didn't know what her job title was. Um, but he kind of pretty much said it as far as like I want your input and what makes her a good candidate. He compared her fashion career to media, and they're both like even though they seem like they're different, they're really the same. I mean, it's about being able to sell good content. No matter if it's a magazine, a newspaper, or like videos or whatever. It's just about attracting audiences to get them to buy said product, and that's what Sally is good at doing. So after she was more clear on her job title and felt more, I guess, confident about what she was going to do, they celebrated by having champagne. And now I'm not going to lie, there was one scene that I could not watch too clear. Which I may actually have to sit down and watch it on the app. But it was something that she did with the strawberries that had him kind of pause for a minute, like I know I'm supposed to keep this professional, but uh, I'm not gonna sit there and kind of get into it, but just use your imagination, or if you already saw it, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Um, I think that's the only thing that kind of sucks about sometimes when I watch episode ahead is that sometimes I'm watching it on here, and let's be honest, some of their stuff, depending on where you're watching it, it is not always clear. Um, now I sit there and think about it, I'm surprised I was actually able to get Days of Our Lives so clear as long as I did. I mean, yeah, they start messing up on the copies, but up until a certain point, it was clear as hell. And then, when you're sitting there watching it, if you're watching Y&R on the air, sometimes it kind of messes up a little bit. And they try to do that for like copyright reasons, stuff like that. But it's like, oh my goodness. And it's the same person that's not there uploading all of them. The same person that uploads YNR and GH, sometimes uploads BMB. They seem like it's been by a completely different person because they actually been doing it right. And now they're kind of screwing up again. So anyway, I'm just double check my notes, see if I got everything. So I have a question. I want to know if this woman is still on the show. Her name is Lola. Okay, I'm not gonna be able to pronounce that last name, but her name is Sasha Calla. I think that's how you pronounce the name. I want to know if she's still on the show because I've been sitting there when I was sitting there watching it for a while. When I first started watching it, I was kind of waiting to sit there and see what she. I was waiting to sit there and see if she was going to be on the show. I remember I made a video, which okay, so I made this video last year because she's supposed to be playing in a new upcoming Flash movie. She's going to be some version of Supergirl, and I'm not gonna lie, I was my first video I was an asshole about it, but my second video was a lot more nicer. And I just want to know if she's actually still on the show because I see her on the cast, but I haven't seen her on the show yet. And I know they always kind of like revolving around different cast members and stuff. Like I haven't seen Phyllis yet. Now, granted, I've only been watching it for like a week. I haven't seen Nicholas either or Nick. So anyway, I feel. Let me just double check my notes. I don't feel like I'm forgetting something. I feel like that's about it. Not a lot happened really in this episode, but I gotta sit there and say it was better than when I first watched it, like on Monday. Oh my goodness, I was like, It was just like it was a lot of nothing that happened. So this episode was better than that. I mean, not really a lot happened, but hmm, I don't know. I don't know if this episode actually better, if I'm maybe a little more forgiving, but yeah. Anyway, so if anyone knows if this character or this actress named Sasha is still on the show, please let me know in the comment section. And with that being said, I'm gonna go. Hope everyone has a great day. Have a great weekend. Be safe, and I will see you in the next video.